following you this year a lot and cheering for you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the afternoon session as we welcome the Gonzaga student athletes to the dais. We have Gino Crandall and Josh Perkins. A couple of reminders. If you let us know that you have a question, we'll get the microphone holder to you. Please ask your questions into the microphones. If you can address your questions to a specific student athlete, that's helpful. And we'll go ahead and get started with Gino Crandall and Josh Perkins. Questions?
Josh, obviously you were on the team 2 years ago that played in Salt Lake City and launched that run. How would you compare this year's team to that 2017 team?
I think it's more similar than people would say. Defensively, we can switch 1 through 5. It's a deep team as far as depth goes. And I would just say, the swagger, the confidence level, and just experience in a way is similar. I think this team is a lot more, versatile, more athletic, I'd say, and we can get out in transition a little better, score the ball a little bit better. But in retrospect, the teams are more similar than people would say. Gonzaga.
For both guys, you probably saw a little bit of what Fairleigh Dickinson's guards did last night. I think they had 55. What did you see? What stuck out? And what do you have to do to defend those guys?
Gino?
Yeah, obviously they're really talented guards, can really score the ball. I think they're a good team overall. You don't make it this far. You're not playing in March if you're not a good, talented team that can play well together. So I think we're just going to really emphasize locking in on defense. Our offense is kind of taking care of itself all year, minus, a hiccup here or there. But I think if we really just lock in to taking away those guard play, because even when they're not scoring, I think they're the ones creating for the other guys. So if we're able to limit, the looks they can get and the looks they can create for everyone else, I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
Josh?
Yeah, those two guards are big time. But as Gino said, it's the whole team that gets them there. But I think every time, Ed shoots the ball, it goes in. He's playing with extreme confidence right now, tremendous shooter. And then Jenkins, he's coming off, 5 or 6 really good games in a row. And obviously it was a huge part of him getting over the hump yesterday. So just limiting them and then just trusting that we got help, collective team defense we've been doing all year. And we got one of the best defenders in the country on our team. So just knowing he has our back around the rim and just doing it collectively. And we should be in good shape, Gino said.
This is for both of you guys. Can you both talk about what you've learned from the other this year playing together? Obviously, both have a ton of experience and NCAA tournament experience too.
Josh?
Can you say it again?
Yeah. What have both of you guys learned from playing with each other, Gino and Josh?
Oh yeah, this is my guy. And I learned a lot. Just watching him, in previous years. But just at all times, I'm aware of where number 0 is. He's another, guard out there who can handle the ball. Take me off the ball, give me some open looks. And defensively, he's solid as it gets. Pick guys up full court, and we play off each other. And I really truly believe that. And our chemistry, was there from the get-go, and I think it just gets better, every game.
Gino?
He was, super integral early on in the process of me transferring to, understanding a lot of the intricacies of the offense. We've got one of the more, high-powered, complicated offenses in a way. It's really simple, but it's also, there's a lot of reads that you have to make, especially as a point guard, being a ball handler. He helped me out with a ton of that, with getting comfortable with who to look for, where, and when, and then just playing with confidence. He has extreme confidence in himself, and I think he's always instilling that in everybody around him, and I've kind of fed off that. And he's a great leader. He's taught me, how to lead some of these guys, when he's not on the court. And then when he is, I've been able to just, follow the example he sets and listen to him. And, I'm fortunate to have been able to play with him this year.
For Josh, getting the number 1 seed is obviously the goal. But I wonder if maybe along with it comes some pressure. I mean, with what Virginia's lost last year. And you maybe remember the game here 2 years ago was a 16 versus 1. Can you talk about that pressure that comes with it?
Same thing I always hit you with. Either pressure, makes diamonds or bursts pipes. I think we got a group full of diamonds. But like you said, with the 1 seed, everybody's coming after you, and they want to be, the team. They want to beat you, as a team. So they're gonna come in here with nothing to lose, play with reckless abandon, with nothing to lose, like I said, and just being the 1 seed, we got to know that going in and just match their intensity and control what we can control. And that's playing for each other, taking care of the ball, and just like I said, matching their intensity.
Josh, with you being from Denver, it's, I think about an 8-hour drive away, are you going to have a lot of family here? What kind of following will you have here tomorrow?
Yeah, my dad will be here. My little sister, little brother. So the clan made it out. Thankfully we're in Utah. They could have hopped on a flight, or they could even hopped in the car. So thankfully my fam gets to see my the last run in March for us.
And just also, because of Utah's ties to Gonzaga with John Stockton, do you guys feel like you're kind of the quote-unquote home team here, and is that any more comfortable for you?
I say so. Our fans do a great job of traveling with us wherever we go anyway. But Utah, like you said, we have so many ties in it. Being close to Washington in a way anyway, it will feel like a home game. 2 years ago, it felt like that as well. We fed off the wind of the crowd, and as basketball players, that is huge. But at the end of the day, we're the ones on the court, so we got to make it happen, and we got to bring the energy and get the crowd involved ourselves. But it will help, having being the home team in a sense.
More questions? Okay, we'll dismiss the student athletes and welcome Coach Few in just a couple moments.
there you go.
All right, we welcome Gonzaga coach Mark Few to the dais, and we'll turn it over to questions for Coach Few with the reminder that you indicate you've got a question. We'll send a microphone your direction. Questions for Coach Few.
Hey, Coach. When you win a lot and don't lose very much, how do you move on from, you know, it's been more than a week now, I think, and did you have to set it aside right away, or?
I would definitely say that's probably not my strong point. As a flawed human, that would be an area I could probably work at better. So, yeah, I mean, we spent some time watching the film and going over it, and then, you know, a couple good days of practice, and I'd say we're still in the process. It would have been nice if we could have played a game a day or two later, not maybe have this much time to dwell on it, but yeah, we'll find out tomorrow night, see how they respond.
Mark, not that you weren't ever looking past a team in your history, but with what happened last year with UMBC and Virginia, how much different does that, you think, affect both sides? I guess you can't really speak to the 16s, but do you assume that they're probably more like, hey, we can do this, as well as you have to be careful?
Yeah, well, hey, having this will be our third one. I mean, and I've certainly watched enough over the years that, you know, I think probably reinforces the hope and the belief of the team that's in that 16 slot. I think those of us who have been in the 1 slot have fully understood that it could definitely happen, and then obviously it did happen. So, you know, after watching this team a lot, I mean, I'm very impressed with them. They are a legitimate team that we're going to have to play pretty darn good to move on. They got some toughness, they got some experience, some real resiliency, obviously with everything they've been through, and are on quite a roll as a team, and then individually, some of them are on probably playing their best basketball of the year. So, and the matchup, you know, they have athletic, kind of mobile bigs like we do, and guards that can shoot. So it's going to be a challenge. So you kind of got to just throw the seed out and just start kind of game planning.
Mark, Brandon Clark obviously was born in Vancouver, didn't grow up there, but he's one of more than 20 Canadians in this year's tournament. From a head coach's perspective, what have you sort of seen of the growth of Canadian basketball in the last few years?
Well, there's certainly been a lot of great players. It's certainly becoming more and more popular up there. We've been the beneficiary of some really, really good players. You think back to Kelly Olynyk, Rob Sacre, Kevin Pangos, some of the better players in our history from up there. And obviously, with my involvement in USA Basketball, you've really seen how well Canada has developed kind of on the world stage. So, you know, to me, it's really not like, you know, going overseas like we do to Europe, or obviously with Rui with Japan. I mean, they're involved in our AAU system, you know, as much as our guys are. So, you know, I mean, they're definitely well immersed in our system.
What have you seen as the biggest difference in Rui's game from now to when he first arrived here?
Oh, I mean, just enormous strides in all facets. I mean, let's start with just understanding the English language. I mean, it went from 0 to, you know, it's not full immersion like the rest of us who've lived here all our lives, but he's done a great job with that. Learning how to kind of take control of a game a little bit and be more assertive. I think when he got here, it's very much kind of within the cultural norms to defer to people that are older than you or who have been here a while or you know, that have seniority on you. So we've had to get him to kind of work through that. And then obviously his game's really developed. He's shot the ball extremely well from three this year, and you know, his mid-range game was good when we got it, but it's obviously improved tremendously since those first couple months.
More questions for Coach? Okay, thank you, Coach.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sorry.